It looks to be a tough day in the Pyrenees. This is one of these classic, or the new short stages that they have in the Tour de France. The quick little mountain sprint stages, not sprint. Well, they're fast like a sprint, but they don't take very long at all. So it ends in the Col de Tourmalet, which is a big climb. So we should probably send Patrick Conrad out in the breakaway today, and see if he can lock up the polka dot even more, and maybe even get another stage win, because he did win stage 12, which was another mountain stage. But I definitely think that we're going to be in for some attacks here on the Col de Tourmalet from riders that are not close in the overall standings. But I will be surprised to see if one of the big four attack, which we are in the big four. It's us, Emmanuel Buchmann. We are Emmanuel Buchmann. It's Geraint Thomas, Tom Dumoulin, and Primoz Roglic. It's the big four in this year's tour. So if there's enough breakaway riders, we're gonna put Sagan in the intermediate sprint. Or if there's enough that we can get points out of it, we'll switch to Sagan real fast and get those intermediate sprint points. So of course we'll be sending Patrick Conrad out into the break today. He's on full energy, so that's good. Also on some decent form, so we're going to send Conrad out. He'll be the first man gone. Omar Freile, Gojard, and Bauke Mollema. So Mollema was in the breakaway. Enric Mas, George Bennett, Guillaume Martin. So there's a lot of good climbers going out there today. I'm pretty sure that they're not really going to come back today, unless there's a monster of an attack from one of the big climbers. Ilnur Zakarin is attacking. He's pretty far back. Sergio Henao, Howson from Richardson Scott to gain. So a decent amount of breakaway riders going out today, and that'll make it very interesting for us with Buchmann. Villiers might be giving it a shot. Looks like he was trying to move up in the peloton. Did Zakarin? Okay, Zakarin is out there. All right. There is the yellow jersey over there, Primoz Roglic. Nairo Quintana, number 1. Probably maybe the best pure climber in the world, I'd say. Thomas De Gendt is going out. Harada and Villiers. So I don't think we'll be giving Peter Sagan any green jersey points today. But it is fine. So more attackers. Warren Barguil is going out in the break. Simon Geschke might be going for an attack here. Or he just wants to pace the front, I guess. I'm not sure if CCC does not like the amount of riders in the front, but we will see. So let's move forward a little bit. You know, it's not going to be a bad thing if we don't get these Cat 4 points with Conrad. I'm not mad if we don't. So it's a big group out there, though. 25 riders, I guess. Looks like. But they're split up. Mirasi, Luis Leon Sanchez, Daniel Navarro are in that group behind them. Serge Powell's, Hansen. But the peloton's actually keeping it at a decent distance. Looks like, I'm not sure who's pacing right now. So here's this category 1 climb. And we are going to switch to Conrad about halfway up that. And then do that climb with him, and then we'll be on the road to the finish. Alright, here we go with Conrad. So we are going to attack because these category 1 points could be kind of big for us. Sergio Henao is second in the polka dot standings. And then Bauke Mollema is 4th, so they will definitely be fighting for these polka dot points with us. We'll probably attack Oh, they don't like how many people are out here, I guess. They're chasing us down pretty good. Gianni Moscon looks like he's setting the pace at the front of the peloton, so they've really not let us get out very far. They keep it at 130 right now. So the Col du Solor is a 12-kilometer climb with an average of about 7.5%. And with the amount of breakaway riders here, I bet some of them will find it challenging to be able to get up this climb. I guess Daniel Navarro has no idea that we're even here. Alessandro Di Marchi might try to get points. He and Greg Van Avermaet have been splitting them for CCC. So I'm not sure when we are going to attack this. Warren Barguil has no points. He was the polka dot jersey a couple years ago, I believe, or he definitely went for it. So it's not the point to attack yet, but the peloton is actually pretty close to us. We should be able to see him. Yeah, we can see him. So if we can see the peloton, and they're really, really closing us down, then I think it might have to be time to go on the attack here with Patrick Conrad. Alright, here we go. It's game time. We are flying up this climb here. We're doing what we have to. We attack with about 5Ks left on the climb. We have the feed zone coming up after this descent, so we will feed up after that. But we are using everything we have now. So we have bridged a huge gap here. We're by ourselves. And I personally like to do this so we don't have to contest a mountain sprint where we're usually not the best puncher in the group with Conrad. Daniel Oss has fallen off the peloton for our team, which isn't a bad thing. It's fine, and he's not fallen off that early, and he's in no contention of being eliminated. So it's okay. He's just the lead out man for Sagan. So about 3.5 kilometers left in this climb. 50 seconds to the chase group, minute 40 to the peloton. So we threw in a big attack here. And nobody wanted to respond to us. I really made this attack because the peloton was getting pretty close. Maybe they see me as an overall threat since I'm only 9 minutes back. I'm probably the highest in the overall standings out of this group with the Austrian national champion Patrick Conrad. So we're just flat out to the top. Hopefully we don't crack. I might throw in a little bit of a punch here so we can move up a little bit faster. I'm just going to stay at this pace for right now. And if it becomes too much, then we will slow down. Sergio Henao has fallen off that group, so has Warren Barguil, as we are definitely pulling away from the peloton slowly but steadily here. So we can kind of let off the gas a little bit. But we are living up to the polka dot jerseys MO. Attack up these climbs to get these points. They mean a lot to us. We have had every jersey in this Tour de France so far. We could finish with it if Scotchman does well. If Scotchman can get up the Pyrenees well, and the Alps, we can maybe even have the white jersey, but I'm pretty sure Egan Bernal will blow him out of the water, to be honest. Alright, so about 400 meters left on this climb. It is ours. We will not blow up on this climb, which is great. And so that is this climb. We get 10 more points for the polka dot jersey standings, and we cannot lose that polka dot jersey today, which is great for us. So now let's try to fly down this descent as much as we can. Looks like those guys are sprinting for second place right now. You know, Patrick Conrad could end up being the most aggressive rider this Tour de France. He went out in the breaks early on to get that polka dot jersey, and we were out front for a lot by ourselves yesterday, or in stage 11, the one before the time trial, stage 12. 11 was the sprint where the breakaway won again. So the peloton is really let off, and down about now 4 minutes to us. I guess the mountain sprint really got them good. Just using this aerodynamic position here to gain energy while we can on this descent. So we're heading into a town here. And now we are at the feed zone. So it's time to head to Buckman. And we're going to regain energy with him because he looked like he was in a bit of spotted bother here. So we can try to fill that bar up. Actually, we can use the food now because we're not at the feed zone yet. So Quintana, it said, must be on form today. He's been telling his teammates to ride, I guess, so maybe he can either have a shot at the stage win or gain attack on the Col de Tourmalet. So Roglic staying out front, probably trying to avoid the potential of a crash here. And now we have arrived at the feed zone. Peloton has been whittled down to about 33 riders here. Any big names off the back? Mikel Nieves off the back, Darwin Adapuma, Geschke, Kangert. No big climbers have fallen off yet, but I assume we will start to see some crack in the final climb, the Col de Tourmalet, which is very, very challenging. So we have Conrad out front. He cannot lose the polka dot jersey today. It is impossible. He's got 65 points in that after winning that category 1 climb. So a big question here is Steven Kruijswijk going for his own overall aspirations, or is he just working for Primož Roglic? That's interesting to see. I don't know where he's at in the overall standings. Whenever he passes Nairo Quintana, I'll be able to see. Oh god, pass Quintana, dude. Hey, Steven! Speed up so I can see where you're at in the overall standings. Now Scotchman passed him. So we really can't see where Kruijswijk is at, but I would bet he is working for Primož Roglic. Because Roglic is, of course, the Maillot Jaune, the yellow jersey. And my team director, thank God he's off, is talking about how Nairo might have good legs again, which I'm not surprised. We are in the high mountains. And he is Nairo Quintana, so that does not come to a shock to me at all. So about 40 Ks left here. We're going to move forward just a little bit until we get to the Col de Tourmalet. So we have Sagan and Scotchman still in the peloton. Pretty sure Sagan will be dropped off, so will Scotchman presumably on the final climb. Which I'm not sure if we're going to throw in an attack. I just think that we are going to see where the other GC riders go with this and then make our move, or make our decision after that. So we're actually at the back of the peloton right now. I'm not really a big fan of ever being at the back of the peloton. I prefer it to be closer to the front, so I can always, so I have quicker time to react if anything happens. Do I get to see where Kruijswijk's at in the overall standings yet? Nope. Thank you, game. I wish I could see more than just the top 10 in the groups. Alright. going so fast at this point. But Jesus Harada got dropped off, and honestly, us with Buckman are in trouble getting dropped off right now. So I'm not sure why the pace is so high at this point. Well, with this pace, riders are definitely going to crack, and even us with Buckman could crack. I don't want to use any attack or feeds right now, so I can just work to get back up here. And I want to be towards the front so I don't get caught out like that again. So will we see any attackers here? Louis Mankies is out front. He must have attacked the young South African climber. Alright, Scotchman, feet up now so we can have you do well towards the end of this climb. Alright, so Kwiatkowski is pacing the peloton right now, and looks like we're in like a relaxing period here. And I'm going to tell Conrad to attack. That's really why not. So we're going to follow Scotchman here. Looks like we caught up to another, or actually the whole group actually is now together, so it's 13 riders out front here. And now Conrad's on the move. Villermoz will follow though. 15 Ks left on the Tourmalet. So I really want to move up the peloton here while I can. Alright, so this is so challenging of a climb here. Sergio Henao is cracked. I'm surprised not that many riders have cracked with the pace that Ineos and Movistar are applying now. Because I've had to move, I've been stuck in the back of the peloton because I haven't wanted to waste any attack bar. I'm going to use my blue feeds now to get that energy up. I have to. I just want to be in good shape towards the end. I want to have a little bit left so I have room to work with. Alaphilippe still here. Steven Kruijswijk has fallen off this group. He has cracked. So I guess his work today is done for Primoz Roglic. Wilco Kelderman has cracked. One of the Yates, Adam Yates, has cracked. So now the riders are starting to whittle down here. The pace has been too much for them. So Conrad out front, we're going to give him some feeds real quick, the blue gel, so he could go for his second stage win here. Pace is slowed down here, thankfully. Looks like whoever's number 2 on Movistar is not accelerating much anymore. Is that Landa? That is Mikel Landa. But Bernal is pacing on the front now, so I guess Ineos wants him maybe. And here comes Wout Poels, who I assume would be the main guy to pace for them. Rowan Dennis still around in the peloton. Good for him. Looks like Wout Poels has cracked. So Wout is done. And Peter Sagan has fallen off the peloton. I guess it's been too much for him. With Tish Benoot, Howson from Mitchelton Scott all have fallen off. Alright. So pacemaker at the front right now is Landa and Bernal. So I guess Bernal is purely working for Geraint Thomas now. So actually, Roglic, Pino, us, and Dumoulin all on the back. Simon Yates in this group as well, after Adam fell off the peloton. So the boy Conrad here, the king of the mountains, is out front. and he is doing very, very well for us. I think that was a really, really good plan to have him be our guy for the polka dot. And I'm pretty sure he can have that locked up. Oh man, 10 more kilometers of this. This is going to be tough. I don't know if we'll make it with Buckman, to be honest. The Scotchman is still here. Impressive for Maximilian Scotchman, the white jersey currently. Alaphilippe has fallen off, but we are still here. We are just going to fight as much as we can. Not going to attack though, because I don't think we have the legs to attack today, and with this pace that they've been making, I don't know if we'll be able to even follow an attack from one of the big GC guys. Oh, we're just losing touch a little bit here, but we're fighting still. We're just hanging on to the back here with Roglic. Oh, this is tough. They are really, whoever's leading us up in the pace, that Bernal it is. Bernal is probably one of the better pure climbers, so he is leading. Looks like Tony Galopin has fallen off. Lopez from Astana. Mikel Landa has cracked. So little by little, these riders are cracking. The Gaudu from FDJ Groupama has cracked. So actually a flatter section on the Tourmalet has been prone to more blow-ups from these guys. And we're losing touch here. We don't want to waste energy to keep up, but we might have to. Oh, Scotchman has cracked too. This climb has been tough. Is that Warren Barguil cracking? He's done. And now Lopez from Astana has actually cracked. Rider from Rowan Dennis is cracked. Omar Filey cracking. We are trying to fight back to the peloton here. The Dimension Data rider at the back of the peloton. Is he gonna have? Is that Louis Meintjes? Yeah, he's fallen off. Rider for, is that Villiers? Yeah, I think so. Another FDJ rider has cracked. Reichenbach. We're gonna work to get back up to the peloton here. We're close, because if we can get back here, we'll be in touch with Richie Porte and Nibali, it looks like, so with Rigoberto Urán as well. This climb has been so tough. So we have worked to catch back up with the peloton. We're going to have a feed real quick, and we're going to try to stay in touch for the rest of this stage. 6 long, tough kilometers left. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. We get held up on Tom Dumoulin. That is awful. Dan Martin and us at the back of the peloton now. 5Ks left for Conrad. I'll give him some red gel. Just hope he doesn't crack. So we're just going to follow Dumoulin here as much as we can. He is 1 second, or he's really, really close to Roglic, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw an attack in today. Same with Geraint Thomas, but the pace has been so high up the Tourmalet. It's only the best of the best climbers in this group now. So we are just waiting as long as we can, because we might throw an attack in here as late as possible if we're going to attack. Just following on the wheel of Tom Dumoulin here near the back of the peloton. We already fell off twice, and we worked our way back up. 4 kilometers left on this horror category climb. There's a Lotto Soudal rider here still. Wow, who is that? Thomas DeHent here still. He must have some leftover energy from the breakaway. But I assume his day is done. So Patrick Conrad got a 55-second advantage here. Oh, we are close to being in the blow-up range. I don't like this at all, but we're moving to the back of the peloton. 3 kilometers left. Can we make it? Hopefully they slow the pace down. Whoever the pacemaker at the front is absolutely murdering it. It's Egan Bernal. Rigoberto Urán, Roman Bardet have cracked. Thibaut Pinot cracking. Vincenzo Nibali has cracked. Egan Bernal finally has cracked. So now it is down to the best of the best GC riders with about 2.5 kilometers left in this stage. George Bennett up there. We are just trying to hold on for dear life now. Where's Geraint Thomas? Oh, Thomas is way up the mountain. Thomas is absolutely flying. I did not know Geraint Thomas attacked. Now Dan Martin might be looking for an attack. So Geraint Thomas is flying up this climb. Actually, he's stalled out a little bit. So now we're considered an off-the-back group with Primoz Roglic, the yellow jersey here. These are where the main overall contenders are. 1.5 kilometers left on the Col du Tourmalet. We are just going to fight as long as we can. Egan Bernal was dropped. Rigoberto Urán, Roman Bardet, Thibaut Pinot all dropped in this climb. But our man Patrick Conrad still out front. And Geraint Thomas threw in a heck of an attack. So we're going to do what we can here. We're going to give it all this red energy we have left here to push forward, to try. We blow up finally after such a tough climb here. We're going to fill up on red gel as we can. Everybody's making moves now. Geraint Thomas could be the yellow jersey after tonight. It's been so tough. I think everybody's cracking now. How much energy will we have left? The Tourmalet is not done yet. Tearing these riders apart. Giving it our all. We have blown up. But we are in the group behind Roglic technically. Oh, this is so tough. How much time will we lose today? Patrick Conrad wins another one, and Geraint Thomas could be the yellow jersey. Rough climb. The Col du Tourmalet tears riders apart yet again. Nobody should get eliminated today with how short of a stage it is. Ilya Viviani's the farthest from the finish. Andre Greipel must be in that group too. So that is probably the sprinters group, I'd bet. Dylan Groenewegen would probably be there. Same with Caleb Ewan. So we crack near the bottom of the Tourmalet. Can I switch riders? I can only do team riders. So Patrick Conrad here had an absolute great day. Advanced that polka dot jersey even more. So Patrick Conrad with a huge move. Who came across the line next? Was it Geraint Thomas? It was Geraint Thomas and a Astana rider. Is that Omar Freile, Jakob Fuglsang? I'm not sure. So we will head to the podiums and see who the yellow jersey is.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. Here is the winner of the Col du Tourmalet stage.
Patrick Conrad.
Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. He can savor this moment. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the yellow jersey of this Tour de France.
Geraint Thomas takes yellow with that attack.
This jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here's the green jersey of this Tour de France.
Not a surprise here.
Sagan. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future, but for now, he can relish the moment. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France.
The absolute king of the mountains, Patrick Conrad.
Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future, but for now, he can relish the moment. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the white jersey of this Tour de France.
Egan Bernal.
He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more.
So that was a really, really interesting stage. So Geraint Thomas takes yellow. Wow. I'm not sure how close it is. We did not. How much time did we lose? We lost a decent amount to the other overall contenders. Conrad wins another stage in the mountains. Great, great work from him. So Geraint Thomas is now 14 seconds up in the overall standings. 44 on Tom Dumoulin and 116 on us, the polka dot jersey standings. We are running away with 90 points. It's way more than our nearest adversary, Sergio Henao. Peter Sagan still killing it in the green jersey standings. Young rider classification with Scotchman cracking. Bernal takes it back. The team standings is still us with Bora and the most aggressive rider. Where's Conrad's closing in, but it's still Greg Van Avermaet. So thank you for watching this stage up the Col de Tourmalet. That was a lot of fun. Really, really challenging climbing and an exciting stage. So thank you for watching and goodbye.